Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I am Amy with Growing Your Faith, and today we are going to make use of all of these crazy flyers that we've been getting, and we're going to turn them into something fun using junk mail like this and magazine pages and just things that you would normally throw out, and actually make a small little junk journal with it. So let's jump right in. Okay, so let's jump in with what supplies we are going to need for today's project. So you are going to want one of these flyers. So we've got plenty of them. You could probably make 5,000 journals with all the flyers that we have. And I figured since they sent us so many of them, it would be good to put them to some good use. So this is going to be our cover because it's some nice sturdy cardstock. So we're going to use one of these for our cover. And then we're just going to find junk, like literally anything that came in the mail that you would normally throw away. That is what we're going to use. I wanted this to be a pretty much free little fun junk journal. So this is a card or a paper that was in with my Stitch Fix order. So I have that. This is a piece of a magazine that I had. This is just an envelope and it's got papers in here, so we can use these papers with all the writing on it, kind of in lieu of like a book page. So there's plenty right there. That's just kind of writing, and then a weird checklist. And then I have another larger envelope here. And these are kind of fun because sometimes they put like well, this one's just white, but sometimes they put a cool little design on the inside. So that's nice if you can get one of those. This is a something that somebody printed, my husband printed for work, and then didn't need it. So I'm going to use that. And here's another nice big one. And I think this does have like that black textured on there. So I thought that would be cool. This has just got like tons of magazine pages. So, you know, like you get those magazines for your town, or maybe you've subscribed to one or something like that. And so I'm going to use this one. So then you've got a magazine, and you don't like all the pages in it, but like if you go ahead and you rip out the pages that you might like to use in a journal and then throw the rest of it away, at least you've got like some pages. So we're gonna go for about 8 pages, and the reason why I'm choosing 8 is because that gives us 4 pages per piece of paper. And that'll get you like a month of scripture writing, which is a really cool way to use these small little journals like this. So I made one the other day out of a card for a scripture writing plan for a group that I am a part of. Hey Creative Sister is a wonderful little group. Her group is actually called Christian Women Gathering. But so I was working through this. All I put in here was book pages, and then just kind of did some cool little pages in here for scripture writing. So that is all we need. Let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So the first thing, you're going to want to choose your cover. And we're just going to go with this one, and we're just going to fold it in half. Now you can do this to where you have like an inch binding here, but this is just the easy way to do it. I actually like doing it this way. You can cover this. You can sandpaper it, you can cover it with paint, you can cover it with some pretty paper or whatever you want to do, some scrapbooking paper, or any kind of paint, or mixed media would be really, really cool. But we're just going to roll with it like this just to get it together, and then we will make some decisions about what to put on the cover and everything. So this is our cover. That's all done. Slide that away. We do want to know what the size is because we are going to have to cut down our papers. You can do like me and kind of not measure. Look, it fits a whole magazine page on there. That's pretty perfect. So then I can just fold this in half. here. Actually, I think I want to go this way. And then I can just trim it down to size, whatever size I want. I think since I have a ripped edge on this side, I'm gonna go and do a ripped edge on this side. Now you want this to be a little bit smaller than your cover here. And I'm just gonna neatly go and do just like that. Okay, and so then we have it in it. Now I'm going to trim off a little bit on the end because I don't want it that close to the edge. And you'll see why as we go, as we layer these pages on, they're going to start moving outward, right? And so you want to make sure that you have a little bit of breathing room at the end there. Ooh, I really liked that ripped like that. So there we go, there's one. Okay, I am going to cut this open with a little knife. That way I don't rip it all to shreds while I'm opening it here. I don't have a letter opener. I used to have a letter opener, but even that didn't work all that great sometimes. But this is nice and sharp, so it will cut it very well. And then you're going to want to cut the edges too, because you want it to be able to open all the way. But I'm going to grab the paper out of here first. And this is another piece that we could use for this if we want to. And I'm going to do the same and just kind of eyeball rip the edges here. Whoops. I didn't stay on the edge. That's okay, because we'll probably wind up ripping that off. These are really cool because you can put like a little peekaboo something behind it, which is really kind of fun. I created a whole journal with an envelope like this, using this as like a peekaboo and then a pocket, and put like a little bookmark in there. So it was a lot of fun. Okay, we'll set that off to the side there. And I do want this whole thing in there. So I'm gonna go like this, and then I don't know, come somewhere around here and just rip. This makes for some nice inked edges too. And then you actually have a whole nother one that you could use as a little bit smaller piece, which is kind of nice too. So there we have that. And then we have this cool little window in here, but let's put this way. Oh, it goes over. Fiddly sticks. I should have left that in closed. Okay, let's see if we can rip some of this off without messing. Maybe I should cut it. Well, I would if I knew where my scissors were. If I only knew where my scissors were. I am about to redo this area here, and I can't wait because I'm going to put up a pegboard. And I am really hoping that it will help keep me a little bit more organized. I think my vacuum cleaner's, oh, there it goes. About to make a lot of noise. Okay, there, that's better. It's still going to stick out a little bit, but I'm kind of okay with that. If I put it on one of the first couple of pieces, then it will kind of shrink up. Okay, so there's 2 pieces. And then let's go with this black here. You could also turn these into pockets. Sometimes I like to have like a little pocket in the middle of my journal. And it's okay that this page is shorter, like it's totally fine. I'm gonna rip this one. Oh wait, this one's gotta be like right here. So let's rip close to here. Produces those nice pretty white edges if you rip it the right direction. And then we'll pull down right here too. I love this no measuring thing. There we go. That in there somewhere. And let's go with this guy. I like this blue paper. It's really pretty. And we're just gonna I'm going to cover it anyway, so I'm not worried about keeping the words. Oh, let's rip it this way. And you can cut these instead of ripping if you would prefer to have a cleaner edge than I do. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get that paper that had all that legal. Oh wait, and then this. We want this in here for sure. Did I already fold it? No. It's got those pretty fall colors that I like. Oh. And make sure that you also have some sort of twine, something to poke a hole with. So I got these small needles here to do that, and then something to thread your twine through. It's 5. Because that's how we're going to sew in our signatures. Those rip nicely. Rip very nicely. Let's put it down here and we'll go about right here. I like these too because it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just something that's kind of fun and entertaining to put together, and then to kind of, okay, open, decide like what you want on the page. Let's actually get this stuff on the inside here because oops. All right, we need one more. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. I'm super excited. Okay, let's go with I think I'm just gonna go with this page. And I know it's super wonky. Like the page is super duper wonky, but I like this black here. Let's cut down the edge some here. And stick it on the inside. Find our middle and just go ahead and put it right smack dab in the middle. That right there. Okay. So now we've got that all ready to go. Now you can find a book to kind of put this down in. Whoa, almost fell. Let's see. Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier if you have something to kind of sit this down in, okay? And if you have thinner paper, then you may not need this needle to go in here, to go through this at first. If you had an owl, that would be great. I bought one, but then I don't know what happened to it. Kind of like my scissors. Okay, so you're gonna want to put a hole in directly in the middle, and you can see how this like just helps you get everything, all those creases in the middle. And then you're gonna want one close to the top and close to the bottom. This does not have to be exact. You're just threading your thread through here, that's it. Then I'm going to go through with the bigger one just to kind of help. And I'm going to go ahead and push it all the way through so that I'm not struggling too much whenever I actually have the thread on here. I'm using baker's twine. You can use cross-stitch thread or baker's twine, or even ribbon, really, if it's a small enough ribbon that would fit in there. Okay. Now let's get, oh, I don't have any, I'm gonna have to use my knife to cut the yarn. I don't know where my scissors went. Silly little scissors. All right, so cut a good length off because you don't want to wind up too short. It's definitely better to have too much and have to cut it off or use it as a bookmark than it is to get halfway through with it and not have enough. Then you're just going to thread your needle, and I've done this for y'all many, many times, but I'm going to try to slow down and explain it as I go. Let me move this book, because this is the way that I always do my journals. Like it's just super easy. So you're going to take your needle and you're going to go down through the middle, and you're going to pull, but you're not going to pull it all the way through. So you need enough to tie here. So make sure you've got a good little bit there. Then you're going to go up. Never does it work that well. I'm just going to be honest. You will sometimes catch papers or it won't go through perfectly. It's fine. It's a little persnickety sometimes. But that's the hardest one right there. So then you're going to come up through the top hole. And then you're going to go all the way down to the bottom hole and go in. And you're going to pull, make sure your string is out of the way, and you're going to pull all that through. Let me get this little guy. And then you're going to come up through the middle, but you want to make sure that you do not snag either one of these, because it won't pull tight if you're in between any of these threads here or stuck in between any of these threads here. So you want to be really careful with this part and make sure that you don't snag any of those. Just kind of try to pull them out of the way and hope for the best. And if I snag them, then I just go back and try again. Okay, and then you want to make sure that you've got, you can take your needle off now, that you've got one, each of your strands are on either side of this one that goes down the middle, okay? And then you're going to want to pull kind of tight, just tug a little bit, and then flip it over and make sure these are snug, so that, and that they're not all super loose, because then your pages are going to be really loose. Then all you're going to do is double knot this. And tie it tight. Just like so. And then you can cut these off, or you can use them as a little bookmark. I'm going to cut mine off. I keep trying to put that somewhere where I'm not like rifling through and then cut my hands off. Okay, so then we can fold it up. Now we have a couple spaces here where we have things sticking out. That's totally fine. We can either leave them that way, or we can come in. This page got a little bit low, and that's fine. You can be a little bit more careful if you're super funny about that kind of stuff. I'm not, especially not for something like this. I'm just going to come through here and I'm going to take off a little extra paper. Like so. And then on this one, on this State Farm one, I'm going to see if I can actually trim that when I have some scissors. You have to be careful because your paper is glued here and you don't want your paper flying around, or this plasticky stuff flying around. But I think it's glued enough to where I can come down here, but I'm probably not going to be able to rip it with that plastic on there. So I am going to come down through here and trim that up a little bit when I find my scissors. But here is our little journal. Now you have like this blank canvas of stuff that you have saved from the dumpster pile that you can just kind of create some really fun pages with. I know that it seems a little crazy right now, but as you get to adding pockets and adding papers and all of that stuff, you're really going to enjoy turning this into something that you can use to glorify God, that you can use to make journaling pages with, or just journal out your thoughts and feelings. You can add in old planner pages in here. There's so many things that you can do with this. I think I will create some shorts to show you how I decorate these pages in this journal. And then maybe it will go for a little giveaway or something. I can give it to my top contributors over in the group. If you'd like to be a top contributor in the group, you head over to the group, and all you have to do is post and like and comment and engage with everybody there. So that is it. This is our fun little junk journal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.